Here we have the assault cannons for the Shiranui second. As you can see here, they're the exact same assault cannons that come with the Type 94 Shiranui, UN colors, Imperial Japanese colors, and the Type 00 Tagimikazuchi. But again, we'll get a close-up view of this. I did some black panel lining on the assault cannons here, and again, you get one hand for each arm for the two cannons here, and then the other two cannons are being held in place with mount pylons. And with mount pylons, I also added some panel lining and detailing in there as well. But there's a connection there for the peg in the mount pylon, so you just need to peg this in and it stays in place. But with a unique gimmick, you can detach this if you want to. Leave that there, and you can have this mount pylon, which there's comes with two types of mount pylons. You get the mount pylon which is closed up, so which if the assault cannon is in hand, this thing will close up on the back, as I'll show you right now. So which when that assault cannon is in hand, you can plug this in and this will be attached like this on the back of the Shiranui, so it will look like the assault cannon is now in use in the hand, not on the mount pylon. But for the gun pod in the forward position, you plug in like that, and you plug this to the back of the torso, and then it will look like the mount pylon is swung forward, and it can shoot forward. So you can have basically, you have these two in hand and these two swung forward. You can have 4 assault cannons pointing forward, same thing as a Takemikazuchi, and which is really cool. And that's what I really liked about these Muv-Luv kits, is that you can use a lot of types of armaments, and you can customize it for your own specifications as they do in Muv-Luv. And that's what I love about these assault cannons and weapons, that you can make up your own customization armaments. But these are the assault cannons for the Shiranui second. Here we have the melee halberd and the combat daggers. First we'll start off with the mount pylons and the melee halberd here. This is the Type 74 CIWS melee halberd, and you'll get this sword with the, again, with the Type 00 Tagimikazuchi and the regular Shiranui. But with the version DX, you get the painted on beta blood, as if the sword was used in combat. For details on the sword, it says Type 74 CIWS on both sides of the melee halberd here, and also it comes with, has channels for panel lining if you want to do it. But I decided not to panel line this thing. But for the mount pylons, you get the 2 open mount pylons which can dock the melee halberd here, and you can just slide them in place. And it has this joint that can move up and down on these 2 hinges here, as I may pop off, but you can slide these back up, as this one's a tough connection here, but so you can slide these back up and dock them in place. So these are the mount pylons that will hold the swords, but then you get 2 other mount pylons that do not carry the swords. As say the Shiranui second needed the sword on this mount pylon, this thing can swing forward, take the sword, and once the mount pylon swings back, this is what it will look like if the sword is not in place. So that's what the closed mount pylons do. Then for the combat daggers, they come in these storage units, which they don't transform out, but they're just add-on to the arms. So you connect this onto either arm, and for articulation, it can move out that far, so almost a full 360 unless it doesn't pop off. And the hinge here can go down that far and go up this far. But for the combat daggers, you can just need to slide these out, and the hand of the Shiranui can grab them if it wants to. So you can just slide these back in and back into the storage unit, and it doesn't go anywhere actually. But as again, the connection here is a bit loose, so you do too much movement on it, it will pop off. But these are all the melee halberds and combat daggers that come with the Shiranui second. Here are the accessories that come with the Shiranui second here. You get the display stand that says the X01 Shiranui second, mostly in Japanese there. and you get the pre-painted tank class beta, as you can see here. As many of you know, that many Kotobukiya kits that come with display stands from Muv-Luv kits are usually first run, so which you get the first new kit that comes out and you get it. It will usually come with a display stand, but after that they don't come with any stands anymore. So it's only the X version of the Takemi Kazuchi, and the Shiranui second here comes with a display stand and his name printed on there. So if you're lucky enough, you might get a display stand with the future Muv-Luv kit, but these are the accessories that come with the Shiranui second. For the tools I use to build the Shiranui second, I use a pair of Tamiya side cutters to cut the pieces off the runners, and to remove any excess or trim up any other excess and unwanted stuff on the pieces. I use a hobby knife, which has a rubber like frame here, so which it won't hurt your hand. For panel lining, I use Gundam black panel line markers and Gundam gray panel line markers, as I use the gray on the white pieces and black on the dark gray and black pieces of the Shiranui second. And the reason I have multiple markers is that I use the dull ones with dull tips for more wider, more wider panel lines, while I use the fine point ones for any thin panel lines, as the dull ones cannot reach into the shallow channels. So which I use two types of colors of panel lines. And for removal, I use Q-tips, and Q-tips really help with the black on the marker, as I put these on dark pieces, and when you use this to clean off any excess, they'll blend in with the dark colors. For erasers, I use the erasers to remove any excess from the white pieces, as sometimes the Q-tips can leave the gray excess behind. So I use erasers such as these three erasers to remove any gray excess from the white pieces. And if Q-tips and erasers won't work, I use toothpicks to remove any panel line inking that I may have put on but couldn't be removed with erasers or Q-tips. So I use a box of toothpicks here to remove any. So these are all the tools that I use to build the Shiranui second. As this kit does come with a lot of extra pieces, such as all these extra hands that you won't be using, when only two of these will be on the arms. So for storage purposes, I would have a Ziploc baggie with the name of the kit, and I would use this as storage in case sometimes I might want to swap pieces and parts for the Shiranui second. But for storage, I use a Ziploc baggie here. Here is the manual and water slide decals that come with the Shiranui second Yuuya Bridges Custom. For the water slides, here they are. You get the XW01 A decals for the jump units here, and then you have the decals for the names of the companies who helped make the Shiranui second: Boning, Fugaku, Mitsubishi, and Kawasaki, which are alternate versions from our real life companies, like such as Boeing, Mitsubishi. But yeah, then you get the name of the Shiranui second here in small words here, you can see that. And the XJ01A and the Rising Sun on the kit, they're for the Collection DX, they apply them on for you, so you'll need to apply these two decals on there, but in case it scratches off, you can put these on, but you don't have to put some of these decals on there, as they've already done it for you. And here's a manual. And also, this kit also comes with an order form where you lose or break any pieces, and you can order these, but I believe it's only workable in Japan. Then for the manual here, you get explanation of the tactical surface fighter, as this is a 3rd generation TSF, why it was being developed and who piloted it. Here's the pilot here, Yuuya Bridges. Specifications here of the Shiranui second. Some specs, its height, engines, and more explanation. And then here you get the parts guide, and then you get the assembly pieces here. And as I mentioned with manuals here, this manual is different from Bandai manuals, as Bandai manuals you read it horizontally, but sometimes when I worked on this kit, they would go horizontally, and sometimes it might go vertically down. and sometimes they might mix you up with Kotobukiya kits, but once you build some Kotobukiya kits, you get used to the manual. More part information, build. Then here, I think, yeah, here you get the guide on how to apply the wire slides using warm wire, cutting out the wire slide you want to use and applying them on the areas that would show up the decal. Then here you get the color page and the colors you can use to paint the kit up that you so choose, and the action poses it can perform. But yeah, this is the manual for the Shiranui Second, and its wire slide decals. Thank you guys for watching my parts review for the Kotobukiya Shiranui Second here, and stay tuned for my next part of my review as we'll go over the whole tactical surface fighter, weaponized and all put together. And again guys, please comment, rate, and subscribe, and thanks for watching.